Hey everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and today is Friday, May the 10th, and I am back here at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, where they have really ramped up the testing for the Disney Skyliner gondolas on the Epcot line. This was the final line to start the testing, and they are finally in full swing. We were here yesterday when they unveiled all the gondolas over at Hollywood Studios, and they actually had 3 gondolas running back and forth, and they had stopped them right here at the Caribbean Beach. Going into the station. So I brought you live yesterday to see that, but they were basically just in a pause position. But today they actually have a multitude of gondolas running on the line, nowhere near full load or anything like that, but it's pretty cool to finally see the progress here. So I'm going to turn you around and we're going to take a look at the station here real quick, and we'll actually see the gondolas coming in and out of the Caribbean Beach station here. And again, this is the line that's going to go all the way to Epcot. So this will go over the Jamaica and Aruba islands here. It'll go out across Buena Vista Drive, through the boardwalk parking lot, and then on into the International Gateway. So you can see this particular gondola coming out right now. Spacing right now is about 1 gondola in between each tower, going in either direction. Normally it would be about 2 in between each tower, just to about 3. So the spacing is not close to where they'll be once they really get into full swing here. But at least the initial testing has begun. So this is really huge progress. And again, I keep saying, you know, the Caribbean Beach Station, the central hub, you know, as the Caribbean Beach Station goes, the rest of the system goes. So the further along they get with this, I think the further along they can get to actually opening up the gondola system here. So pretty cool. You can still see the beautiful gondolas going to Hollywood Studios there. They are all completely unwrapped, and I cannot wait for all of these gondolas to finally be unwrapped. That'll be a lot of fun as well. It's like they may have, no, they're still going here. They're running really slow. I thought they may have paused them for a second. But we're going to take a walk through the islands here. We'll take a look at what they look like going over top of the buildings, over into the Riviera as well. Let's see who we got coming on here. A bunch of people. Everybody's coming on. Wow. Ashlyn, Kurt, Ross. If I don't get you guys all, I do apologize. We'll talk through the stream here. Kim, Melissa Gray, thank you for being here. Dan Kench, thank you so much for being here. D Wood, Keith Baker, Christina, Charles, Nemo with Glasses, Kenneth, Todd, Bobby World, Jack and Sandy Got Claws, John Fold, David, thank you for being here. Aaron, John, Modeling Disney, great to have you. Rusty Sullivan, Modeling Disney, I keep wearing my shirts. Everybody loves the shirts. There's one coming right overhead here. See, they're not running at full speed at all. Again, this is just day 1 of putting multiple gondolas up here. It's a slow process. They'll start adding more gondolas, more weight. We've seen this pan out over at Hollywood Studios and the Art of Animation Pop Century line. Modeling Disney, yesterday's videos were fantastic. Yeah, I don't even have words for what happened yesterday. I was just so elated to finally see how glorious that actually looks. Those beautiful gondolas, the colors, the characters, to finally see it all come together. You know, after following this for so long, just it really was an exciting moment yesterday. I'm glad that a lot of you got to share that live with me. You know, as always, I do like to throw out there that, you know, I don't represent Disney in any way. I'm just here, you know, learning these things. Just kind of a little bit of a disclaimer. Just out here having fun. I love following the Skyliner, learning all about it. You guys have heard all this before. But I like to keep everything legit. You guys know that. Okay, going to be here on Labor Day. Very, very cool. Adam, how bad was your car? Cove red with the love bugs. Actually, my car has not gotten a lot of the love bugs. I've stayed off of the highways, and that's usually where you pick them up. But they're pretty bad for Central Florida this year. Usually, you know, you find them around the larger bodies of water, but they've really been pretty heavy here all throughout Florida this year. But you just kind of deal with them. Ross Merrill, hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. At this rate, do you think that the full system will be operational for opening of Galaxy's Edge? Go hashtag Gondola Godfather. I love it. But thank you for the $4.99 super chat, my friend. You know, it's very possible. Hollywood Studios, that line could very well be up and running here soon. I mean, they could be, you know, they unwrapped them all. They're probably going to start their, you know, their testing, putting people on there, cast members, maybe some soft openings. We could see soft openings over the next couple months, who knows? But from just looking at it, you know, Disney just released a video yesterday with all the, you know, their stuff about the unveiling of the Skyliner and all that. And they still say the fall. So, you know, technically we have to still say it's the fall, but when you look at it, of course, the progress that they're making really gives you hope that it could be sooner than that, especially that Hollywood Studios line. D Wood, thank you. $10 super chat. Go at night to see if they have lights. You know, that's a great idea. I didn't think about that yet. We've kind of been debating on whether or not they were going to have the LED lighting around the outsides. I don't know if they would actually turn that on yet, but it doesn't seem like Disney's holding back with giving some fan service here, really trying to get us excited about the Skyliner. So that'd be very cool if they actually turn the lights on. So we're going to wait here. There's a gondola coming overhead. So we'll take a look at it here real quick.
Hi, welcome to the island.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Watching these amazing gondolas finally go overhead.
Right? They're beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the colored ones to come over here like Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right, so here's a pretty shot of one coming right over top of the buildings. And they are definitely moving slower than normal. This is just a very slow testing speed. Got great palm trees through here. This is going to be a lot of cool pictures through here. Just through the trees and over the buildings and all the islands and the different colors through here. You can see just really pretty angles right when it comes through the palm trees there. So we'll walk around. We'll head towards Aruba. And we'll also try to check out Riviera and see how that's going over there. They're really doing some beautiful landscaping through here now. This again was all tore up. Now this really looks pretty. Beautiful flowers going in. Nice little center island here. I don't think this was here before. I don't remember this. That's pretty cool. So Jamaica is looking nice again. We'll see what Aruba looks like once we get over there. You can see landscaping is right back to normal. Look at these beautiful flowers. I know we're here to see the Skyliner, but landscaping is really nice. So here we go, another great shot over the buildings. That's cool, right when it goes by the tower there. don't know if that's actually a tower or a steeple. I'm not sure. Wow, they took a lot of the scaffolding down around the Riviera, and you can actually see the color of the building now. I'm going to take a quick look at this on the bridge. That is really high up there too. This is definitely one of the highest points of the whole system coming through here. Very cool through the palm trees. That is beautiful. Finally love the landscaping around the tower here. I was really hoping they were going to do this, so I think that's perfect. Just put some nice shrubbery around it. Looks great. Let's take a quick look up on the bridge here. I want to see the Riviera. That looks really pretty. It's actually, the front is being lit up at night, and I took a picture of it. I'll probably post it, but it's kind of blurry. It's just a hard angle to get, and the lights are kind of blurry, but it looks really, really great lit up at night. I mean, the whole front of the building is lit up. It totally looks like you're, you know, on the Italian Riviera, or just, it's amazing. So I think it's really coming along great with the scaffolding off. You can really tell the characteristics of the entire tower now. It's going to be a beautiful building. Kim and Jess, can't wait to be here. Codis 78 staying at Caribbean Beach in November. Matt, Faye, and Casey, thank you for being here as always. Is it Rise Longland? I thought Disney has unwrapped them. That is only over at Hollywood Studios. They've unwrapped the entire line over at Hollywood Studios. All of the other gondolas are still wrapped. The next, I would assume that they would unwrap, would be the Pop Century and Art of Animation line. But down in the distance there, we can see the station for the Riviera. So it'll be kind of neat to see the gondolas going back and forth through there. See how that turn is going to work. Some kind of creature next to me making some noise. But really, that is very high. Very pretty views through here. I'm Oswald through the Netherlands. Thank you so much again. 549 super chat. Appreciate the donation very, very much. Hope you're enjoying the show. Again, these are going all the way down Buena Vista Drive, all the way through the boardwalk parking lot, and all the way into Epcot. So I'm going to try to make this little trek through here so we can check out all this, and maybe I'll try to make it over to Epcot as well, so we can check out the International Gateway and see how awesome that's going to look. Hopefully our rain situation will hold out today. You can see you got really pretty blue skies, and then all of a sudden, you know, to the left we got the darker rain clouds, and then behind us it's beautiful. So you never know, it's Florida. Look at that. Can see the balloon in the distance there over at Disney Springs. That's always cool. Matt, do you know if they tend to test run the gondolas most every day? They do. This process will start up here and more gondolas will be added. The test process for Hollywood Studios and Art of Animation and Pop Century runs every day. In fact, they'll leave them out sometimes overnight. And basically what they're trying to do is, I don't mean to get off point here, but Aruba actually looks pretty well put back together as well. So it looks like all of their construction is complete here now. They got Aruba done pretty quick. But what they need to do is there has to be so much load time where the gondolas need to be on the haul rope. So there has to be so many hours of load time, so many hours that they're on the rope, hanging from the rope, so many hours of testing. So they will run these things and leave them sit out and do all kinds of stuff just to get that rope settled in, just to make sure that everything is safe, so they can finally have all the powers that be sign off and say, hey, this is good to go. Let's get some people on here and let's have some fun. But you know, these are all great questions, because I didn't know a lot of this as well. I've learned along the way. Still, love to thank some great people out there. Robbie, Michael, you guys are great. All the comments and different people who have contributed as far as filling me in and, giving us all great information here. It's been a lot of fun. And now we get to pass that along. So definitely, guys, ask questions on here. And I'll try to give you the straight answers. If not, we got some really good sources on here that can point us in the right direction. And if I don't get to your comment, a lot of times we'll try to go back in the comments and answer them. Even Michael's really good about coming on here too and answering a lot of comments. He gives some really great in-depth answers. So there's going to be a lot more gondolas. I believe there's just over, looks like that's the Groot one that we saw already. There's just over 300 gondolas from what I understand. And they unveiled 55 of them yesterday. So we still get to see about 250, give or take a few, to go. So there could still be more characters, more surprises. Charles, looking forward to seeing this in person in 153 days. Very cool. Menu Rager, hey, Greg's Disney Adventure, very welcome here. Robbie, thank you so much. Robbie says 320 cabins in all. So right at that number, 320. So what do we got, about 270 cabins to go then to see, if I'm doing my math correctly? There's going to be a ton of them on this Epcot line. This is the longest line, all the way from Caribbean Beach to Epcot through the Riviera. This is where a majority of the cabins are going to be. In fact, driving here, looking down through the boardwalk parking lot and down Buena Vista, just the small number of cabins that they have on here, and seeing them, I mean, it already looks like a sea of gondolas down there. It's really cool. We're going to see how far we can get over here. Maybe we can just take a look at the station from ground level here. I don't know if it's how far the fence goes here. Looks like we're going to stop here for a second. The gondolas, at least. Riviera really looks nice. I love the rooftop there. That definitely looks like it's going to be nice. That's probably the restaurant up there. Look out. Bar, restaurant, whatever that may be. Richard, can I tell if they've tested with cast members yet? If they would, I would assume it would start over at Hollywood Studios, and they were not doing that I saw yesterday. Maybe they could have started today, I'm not sure. But I mean, it's got to come soon. You would assume that it would start up here, especially since they unwrapped them all. Just kind of a little woodsy view here. All right, that's kind of neat. Let's keep walking around here. All kinds of trees. This is the only real drawback I have about the Caribbean beach is trying to get through these buildings maze. It's a lot of twisting and turning. There's really no good straight path to get through a lot of the times. But other than that, it's beautiful. So we're twisting and turning through here. See what we can see from this level. This is a really great shot, just kind of walking up and seeing it. You know, the walkways where you're going to enter and exit. That's pretty cool. Hey, got another super chat here. Mom 2, $1.99. Thank you so much. Aloha. So fun to feel your positive vibes. Thank you so much. I try to portray that as much as possible. I'm usually pretty happy. Love being here, love sharing this, so definitely always puts me in a good mood. This is really what I wanted to see, is how these gondolas are going to move through this station. So of course they decided to stop it right when we get over here, but it's all part of the testing, I guess. We'll wait here a couple minutes. Michael signing off, back to work. Definitely watch the replay later. Always good to have you here. Appreciate it. Zippity Doodad. Sorry I missed you earlier. Can't stay at work too. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Matt, for sharing this out. I love you always share it out. It's very much appreciated. Greg's Disney Adventures. Hey, Zippity Doodad. Great. Happy Friday. Jeremy McQuality will be there. Let's see. Will there be a walkway from where you're standing there? I'm not sure. Potentially, it looks like they cleared the ground out here. This would make sense, I guess. You could probably, you know, widen this up somehow and bring this all the way through. Make it meet up from somewhere. I'm assuming Aruba is going to have access to this. You know where it actually may come in is right when we walked up in that fenced off area. So they probably won't bring it right from here. It'll be more to the right over here, right where we walked up. It's all that green fencing, and that's an open area. So I bet you they'll pave that, and that'll be the entrance from the Aruba side here. And then obviously you'll have a walkway over from the Riviera as well.
Go back up this way and follow the path all the way to the promenade, the lake. That's where we will be on the right-hand side.
Danny, yeah, I believe I hopefully just answered that. There should be a walkway over to our right is where I would assume it would go. Hey Danielle, sorry, let's see, real time here in the UK. Good to have you here though. I know it's all the UK people. I love you when you're here, and I know it's different timing there, but thank you so much for making the effort to be here. Brian, thanks for the great coverage. You're very welcome. Todd, thoughts on whether they will paint the towers? You know, if they do, again, it's more than likely going to be after all the testing phases, because again, they have to test for the stress fractures. They would, just to see if anything happens to the tower. So it would probably be the very last phase of things if they were to paint them. And I would be fine. They don't have to paint the ones through the parking lots, the ones down Buena Vista. I think if they would at least paint the ones through the Caribbean beach here, I would be happy with that. So the other ones I could definitely live with. But I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You know, seeing those beautiful gondolas and the colors and just how much color enhances this entire system, you know, I really hope that they do. They could really, you know, really add some pop as you come through here, especially through Aruba and Jamaica. See, 2000 Dan LB, very unlikely they will paint them. Yeah, I mean, it's a coin toss. You know, 50-50, they may not. In either way, I mean, it's not going to do anything as far as my love for what they're doing here. If they do it, I think it's a bonus. If they don't, you know, so be it. Holly Duncan, hey, from Scotland. Do you think the Hollywood Studios will likely be open in July? It's possible. You know, fingers crossed. You know, as we watch it, it's definitely coming along quickly. So I think it would be awesome if they did. Disney is still definitely saying by the fall. So right now it's the fall, but they are really moving along on this. So really having a great time with it. Danny, will it be open before the end of 2019? Yeah, definitely. Disney is definitely saying by the fall, so it'll definitely be open this year. Brian Marriott, thank you very much for the super chat, $5 super chat. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm just kind of standing in one place. It just gives me a chance to catch up here, but I really want to see these gondolas come through the Riviera here. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see them. See, Louise, do we think you can see out of the gondolas with the character graphics on them? I'm assuming you can. I'm assuming it's like riding, you know, on the bus that has the graphics, or if you've ever been in a car or a minivan that has those exterior graphics. I don't know if it's those tiny little pinprick holes that are in them, or if it's just a transparent wrap of some sort. But, you know, I don't think they would wrap them with they want you to see. They want you to, you know, Disney is really saying, enjoy the views, and it's going to be these amazing views and stuff we've never seen. So I wouldn't think that they would hinder your ability to do that. Now, whether or not, somebody brought up a good point about maybe taking pictures through that, how pictures would turn out. You know, if you'd see any sort of a, you know, glare or haze or indifference in the pictures, we'll have to wait and see. Michael, hey, from Virginia, Vern 60. Thanks for the great updates. You're welcome. Matt, the tax on the food here, I am not 100% sure. I'd have to look into that. I'll see what I can figure out. Maybe I'll shoot you a message sometime. Well, you know, as soon as I leave here, they're going to start them up again. Sorry, it's kind of a dull moment just standing here. You can see those the haul ropes. They go up to that next tower, and that's what leads over to Buena Vista. So I'm going to try to hit Epcot as well today. So we'll see how that goes. If they start up again, that would be great. Louise, thanks. You're always right on it. Thank you very much. Charles Harris, the great thing about owning your own company is the boss can't tell you or can't yell at me for watching this while I'm at work. Very, very cool. Maybe that should be part of the your employee agenda. Put that as part of the workflow, as my live streams. Trying to go back and catch some of these older comments here. Let's see, walking to the station, we did that. Painting the towers, walkway, cast member testing, if I can, say, okay. Elliot going to be in Disneyland, Florida in 9 days, can't wait. It's coming to Florida in 9 days, very, very cool. Well, actually it'll be very, very hot. It's been pretty hot the last few days. Robbie, there is one cabin that is a tribute to the Skyway. My friend that works for Doppelmayr seen it and started tearing up. Seriously? Oh, I cannot wait to see that one. That'll be very, very cool. Oh, I wonder what they would do. Is the exterior going to look like the open cabin with the roof and everything? That'll be really, really cool. What an amazing tribute. I'm so glad that they're going to do that. I mean, the Skyway absolutely started it all, so very, very awesome to know that that's going to happen. John going to be here on Sunday. Just want to let these guys go by. Disney Nut saw some of the video of the gondolas going through the turn at the boardwalk. Yeah, we'll try to get as much as we can. Like I said, the whole line is running, so this goes all the way from Caribbean Beach all the way down to Epcot through that boardwalk parking lot. Looks like they've started up the haul rope again, so let me get back over here so we can watch these gondolas go through. Looks like they're going pretty slow through here. Greg's Disney Adventures, thank you, $2 super chat. 2 more weeks from today. Awesome. I know you're going to have a great trip. I really hope that you do. Thank you so much for the donation, my friend. The Bomo, it's only 94 likes. I forgot to strike that like button. Absolutely. Hit those like buttons. Show that you love it here. I do appreciate that. The more likes, more comments, you know, the more viewership, the more people that get on board, and the more fun we can have with these live streams. Get a lot of people involved. Really just makes it a lot of fun. Plus all these people from all over the world, it still amazes me. All right, so we're watching it come through here, and it basically just kind of what we thought. It'll just slow down. Let's see where the doors, looks like the doors are going to open on the opposite side, I think. We'll see here. Are they opening through? So maybe the walkways go around into the center, because you're going to have gondolas on either side. This is the interior here, so the Caribbean Beach coming in is on the opposite side, then the side closest to us is the side coming in from Epcot. So it looks like you're going to have exiting. So as the gondola comes in here from Epcot, you'll see this one coming into the station. Doesn't look like they have the doors maybe being activated right now, but as it would come into the station, it'll roll around, the doors would open up, and you should be able to exit and come right down off of this ramp here. And then the people coming on board over to the right would walk up, and then as the people exit, then you could just get on to the gondola there as it goes over to the right. So that'll be cool. So they'd have to determine, you know, if I'm coming through, you know, maybe like the monorail, some people will exit, some people will stay on, and you'll just kind of have to determine that as you're standing there. You know, one comes by and it looks like there's enough space in there, so, you know, Disney will say, okay, let's get in. If there's not enough space in it, that gondola will just keep on going. This is just an assumption. I'm just kind of pieced together how I think this will work in my head. But that seems about right. So you would come in, you would exit, and then that gondola could be empty. Maybe there's one or two people left in it. It goes around. You're standing there, and you could say, okay, I'm going to get in. You know, capacity up to 10 people. In most situations, I'm assuming they're not going to put 10 people in there. It'll be a little bit less, unless it's really, really busy. Then they'll start to load it up. But that seems like what the process will be. Kind of basically like the monorail. I'm sorry, I'm just talking in my head here. You know, you may not have everybody that exits the cabin at one time, and it's just kind of, you walk up and you say, I think I can get in here. Disney will have to limit that a little bit more and be a little more involved, I would assume, you know, because they can't have, you know, 15 people climbing on board of one gondola. So, you know, they'll be there and they say, you know, 2 or 3 people can get on here, etc. I bet you that's how it's going to work. Which makes a lot of sense when you look at it and you're like, with nothing going through it, it's kind of hard to determine. But now that you see the gondolas in there and you see, you know, from this angle where you'd walk up and where you'd come down, and it'll just be the opposite on the other side. Maybe there's a walkway on the other side, or maybe these walkways, you know, go around somehow. I'm not 100% sure. You would think there'd be a walkway probably on the other side, because you couldn't cross over in the middle with the gondolas there. Oops, sorry, I'm out of frame here. The Bomo, you are talking with your mouth. Robin, we are hearing it. Yeah, I know, I think out loud sometimes. Pasta Vazul, I love the purple gondola with the Haunted Mansion theme. Yeah, that seems to be one of the favorites for everybody. I really like the Pirates of the Caribbean one too, and the Winnie the Pooh one seems to be pretty popular. It's really, really bright, that honey gondola. Adam, when the gondolas are open and fully operational, how early in the morning do you think they would be able to arrive in the parks and the resorts? I would assume, you know, it's probably going to be Disney transportation like normal, so I think they usually start about an hour before parks, and I think like an hour and a half after park closing. So you would think that they would run under the same circumstances, depending on the hours of the parks and things like that. So again, here comes another gondola in, and it'll just slowly move around. It doesn't look like they have the doors activated, unless they're opening on the opposite side, and I'm assuming that it's opening on this side. You can see one exiting there. Mr. Cruise Fever 1, does anyone know when the Skyliner opens up? Disney is still officially saying the fall. But, you know, we always talk about the speculation here, and what we see. You know, what we see over at Hollywood Studios really makes you think that they could open maybe one of the lines earlier. See, who did I miss here? Mom 2, I got another one come in, Greg's Disney Adventures. I think, yeah, I got that one too. I just don't want to miss your super chats, guys. I appreciate them very much. All right, so that is really cool to see here. That kind of really got my brain going. Really got to thinking here. At least we could see it. finally see some physical gondolas going through there. So really that's what I wanted to do right now. I wanted to share the Caribbean beach side here, and I want to try to have some time to make it over to Epcot to see that side as well. So I'm going to call it here so I can kind of, you know, dart back as quickly as I can and get over to Epcot, and I'll probably jump on live again when I get over there. So stay with me, give me a little bit of time to get over there, and we'll see what's going on that side as well. Should be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys being here as always. Thank you guys always for the super chats, very much appreciated. Check out passporttotheparks.com. Follow all the social media, and I always tell you guys, you know the drill. You've been here before, so thank you very much, guys. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.